What's up, everybody? Oh, it's Friday. You know what it means. It's War Stories. We have a special guest, a surprise guest. I've been teasing you all week, telling you that we were going to have a guy here. But I may actually have somebody different today. I might. I'm not saying I do. I might. But it's War Stories. You know what time it is? It's time to fire away.
Glad you made it because we were training for the invasion of Japan.
Report 2774.
Hey, bring it attention. All right, come on, go.
All right, so today we got a special guest in the house. Let me introduce you to Brett Michaels. He is here. Welcome, Mr. Brett Michaels in the house.
What's up,
Kevin? Actually, everybody, you know him. You love him. It's Kevin from Sly Tactical. Welcome. What's up, brother?
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay, but these headphones really make me upset.
Sorry about that.
They don't go over my hat, my cool hat. So we're gonna.
Hey, thanks for having me. Happy Friday.
I searched all over for earbuds. Even tried to borrow some, but those are obsolete these days. What do y'all think? All right, here's the question. What do y'all think? Black hat or Kevin McCarthy hat? Which one? What do y'all like? I kind of like one of my outdoor work cowboy hats right here. I kind of like the black one better. We're going to let you all decide. But, hey, we have Kevin from Sly Tactical today. Thank you all for joining us. We certainly appreciate you being here. And, Kevin, we appreciate you being here as well. We're going to get into some specs. We're going to get into some stories. Kevin's going to tell you a little bit about himself and a little bit about Sly Tactical. For those of you that don't know, Kevin was very kind. He came up here a couple weeks ago. We didn't have any fun together. Let's just get that out of the way. We'd never had fun together, ever. We came up. Jason was out here. We did some training. We might have hung out a little bit after work, too. But anyways, it was cool, man. It's good to have you up here, pal. I'm going back to the black for right now. It kind of matches my mood. So, Kev, first of all, for those people that don't know, give them a little history about you. I know I've told them, you're a law enforcement officer, retired, SWAT. Maybe you could fill them in, tell them how you got started, and then we'll talk about Sly Tactical too, and we'll go from there and talk about the slings and what made you come up with these ridiculously awesome slings here. So we're going to talk about that. But go ahead, Kev. What's up, man?
Yeah, so I was a cop for about 15 years. Unfortunately, I had to take an early retirement due to a shoulder injury. I'm looking to get a total shoulder replacement, so ended up taking early retirement. While I was working, spent about half of my career on a specialized unit where did a lot of high-risk operations, search warrants, street corner crashing during the crack epidemic and whatnot. So, got a lot of good experience, worked with a great group of guys. It was a really good role for me. I miss it, I really do. But when I was working, I was always tweaking on the gear I had, whether or not it be sling attachments, just trying to improvise and make things better. I went through all different types of manufacturers, from single point, 2-point, 3-point slings. I even made my own stuff out of 550 cord, just hanging it off my vest, that type of thing. And my partner, a real close friend of mine, he and I were really into just trying to make things work for us. Well, upon retiring, I went on ahead and I dove into it with both feet, and I took all those ideas that we had, tried to put them together. Went into testing and product development for about a year and a half. And well, unfortunately for my wife, she was a lot of the guinea pig with the testing and whatnot. But yeah, got a lot of product out to various hands and departments in different states. A lot of guys who are actually out there doing some work. And, we kind of narrowed it down to what we got. And, yeah, that's basically how Sly Tactical came about.
I know that you had some interesting stories why you did certain things the way you did. Most of the designs and stuff came from experience, like hands-on real life experience, right?
Right. Yeah, so each thing that we built is based on an experience that I myself had or somebody else had, and we just tried to make the best possible solution based on what we experienced. So our sling, I was a single point guy, but the problem with a single point sling is when you let go, you go hands off of the single point sling. You got the weapon kind of moving freely in front of you. It's kind of hard to cuff or climb a ladder. Do whatever you got to do. Put your hands on somebody. You don't want that loose weapon in front of you. So I wanted to come up with a way to go ahead and secure it in a 2-point fashion. So that's how we kind of came up with our convertible sling. Also, we did a lot of vehicle-borne operations as well, where we were cruising around the van and jumping out and running up the homes and hitting corners and stuff like that. And we wanted to be able to detach the weapon from the body, so it's just a lot easier to manipulate inside the car. So if I no longer have the sling on here and I'm in a close confined quarters with my partners, it's a lot easier for me to move the weapon around, get it out of the way, what have you, instead of having it slung to me. So that's another reason why we incorporated that. So we also came up with the T-handle, which is this right here. This is our adjustment pull tab. The reason we came up with this is we wanted something that was going to give us positive tactile feel, recognition anytime we wanted to either get tension on the sling or slack. So we came up with that because a lot of times you're wearing gloves. Also, when your hands are cold, your hands get really numb and it's hard to feel things. So that's one of the features that we did. Another feature that we did was we came up with a thumb tab. I had one out here. Here it is right here. So with your typical snap hook, this is your snap hook right here. As you can see, as I try to open up that, there we go. Try to open up that gate. There's not a lot of room there for my thumb to get into some type of loop style attachment. And then if you got, darn it, sorry about that, guys. If you got gloves, the glove tips will get caught in there. So what we did was we came up with a thumb tab. So now your thumb rides along the outside of the gate, so you don't have any problems with that. We got a patent on that. What else do we do? On our single point section, we've got machined aluminum 6061 single point buckle, and then this is our side release buckle that I was talking about that allows you to detach the weapon from the gun. Yeah, another our front sling attachment. Talk about stories. We this is it right here. We opened up this this loop right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, because there were several times when I ended up having to go hands-on with somebody. And at the time, I had a similar attachment, but it had a little small hole on there. And I was sitting there in a low light situation trying to get my snap hook into this little hole. And I thought, you know what? We got to come up with something that's going to be better. So, yeah, basically all of our designs are based on experiences. Our rear sling attachment, we want to make it so you could bolt it on without breaking down the weapon whatsoever, because for military and law enforcement, unless an armor is doing it, they don't want you to be breaking down the weapon to install parts on them, because then you open up potential liability issues. So that's about it that I can think of. If you got any questions, Nate, feel free to ask, bro. I'm just trying to rack my brain right now.
Yeah, I do have a couple questions. I wanted to ask you if you could show them, or maybe you could tell us a story to go along with it too. But this T handle, right, that you're talking about, which just allows you to easily grab onto, right, and adjust if you need to loosen it, make it tighter. I know you got a rifle there. Maybe you could show them how that. But was there a specific incident that occurred that made you think, oh, I need to have a quick way to loosen this strap, tighten this thing up? Was there something that what encouraged you to come up with that T handle?
What encouraged me to come up with the T handle is because of some of the other various designs that I ran. One had a long tail for an adjustment, and it would tend to get caught up on things. So I wanted to make it so that we didn't have a long tail sticking off. I wanted it to be a short, easy pull. It's just a one-directional pull, either for tension or slack. What else? And then we also did a lot. And here's another thing: we did a lot of research on all the parts that we use, even our snap hooks. We went through, gosh, I don't know how many of these just to find the right one that was heavy duty, sufficient, had a good clearance for the gate to open up. The adjustment buckle, we wanted to make sure it was steel, mil spec, and it would glide smooth in the adjustments. So yeah, just experience with different slings out there and kind of getting caught up and hung up and whatnot. I just wanted to address all those shortcomings. But that's basically what we did. If you want to,
I know you talked a little bit about this. Where is it at? The thumb tab here, and you kind of showed him how that works. And that's kind of genius, bro, right there. Operating that with gloves, and like you were showing how your glove would get stuck in the gate there.
So here, mate.
What? Because I know some of his stories, okay, and I might get to one that you shared when you were here too. But I don't know if that one we could tell in the air or not. But was there a story where you couldn't get that thing open? And what happened? What was the deal? I know. I'm just trying to let them all know how you came up with some of this stuff. Exactly, like specific stories.
Yeah. So basically, So there was a point where again had a guy at gunpoint and was trying to get the attachment onto my front sling attachment, the snap hook, and my thumb tip got caught inside in the gate, and that happened on several of occasions. I remember just trying to sit there, and now my mind's going from focusing on what I got to focus on to I'm now distracted by trying to pull my thumb out of the gate because the thumb tip was caught in there. Yeah, so that did happen on a couple of different occasions.
If you talk a little bit about the material that you're using for the sling, like this right here. Talk a little bit about this, Kevin. I know this is
so the material we use is all mil spec. It's class 1, and class 1 basically means that it's for life support and critical applications. It doesn't get any better than that. So what happens is if it gets cut, it kind of prevents it from fraying. It's like I said, it's the best classification you can get from the material. Everything's manufactured here in the U.S. In one of the stories that Nate's talking about, I remember being in the backyard on a search warrant, and I believe it was a gutter. There was a sharp piece of metal, and I thought to myself, you know what, that would really suck if it was nighttime and somebody was around that corner. Somehow their sling got caught up on that and cut the sling, and now they got to go hands-on with somebody and drop a weapon. So that being said, I wanted to make sure that we got the best material available. So yeah, that was definitely a consideration. And what else? From the nylon all the way to the closed cell 1/4-inch foam and the padding, everything about the slings has been pretty much really thought out. No shortcuts taken whatsoever. We really pay attention to everything. We even go as far as to cut and burn our threads too, so to prevent any fraying. So yeah, we definitely put a lot of effort in these things.
We got a couple of questions here. What is the price of one of these slings without the promo code where you can save 20% by using the promo code AGHSLY? That's AGH for Alien Gear Holsters, SLY, Sly. you're going to save 20%. But before the 20% discount, what are we looking at here? Somebody asked the question.
Right. So for the convertible sling padded is $94.95, and then 20% off of that with the AJ Sly promo code. And then I think it's $7 less if it's non-padded. And then our 2 points are like 89 or seven. No, I'm sorry, 74 or $75 for the padded 2 point.
With a 20% discount on top of that.
20% discount. I'm not sure what the math is, but yeah.
Wow, there's something else. Do you have any of those Second Amendment slings that you can show?
You mean this?
What about that, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so y'all might have seen this before. Kevin and I talked about this. We were trying to come up for the Freedom Month giveaway. We were talking about what we could do, and man, this just popped up, and he put it together, and it is ridiculous. I think the original one was given away with the AR, right?
Yes. Yep. The very first sample was given away through you guys on a AR, and I forget who the winner was.
It was Will Rhodes.
Okay.
Will Rhodes, and then so now you've got like 100. You had 100 more made, right?
Yeah. So Justin and I decided that we were going to up the numbers because these things are going like hotcakes, and want to give other people an opportunity to get one. So we've got another roll sitting right here, as a matter of fact.
What are you drinking, dude? Don't
water.
be nervous.
You know me so well.
Yeah, well, what a good idea. How many do you have left? You still have some of those Second Amendment slings left available?
Oh yeah. They're ready for order right now.
There you go. All you got to do is go to slytactical.com. Place your Second Amendment sling order. Hey, you mentioned Justin. What's he up to? Is he golfing today? Where's he at?
Hopefully, he said if he gets a break, he will. So be expecting to call.
Oh, is he here? Justin, are you checking this show out? Justin is probably hard at work with his Bobby Jones hat, putting together slings, having a good time in the background. But Kevin, you're not going to let him on, or what? What's the deal?
No, I got to keep him in his cave. Hey, me, right?
Oh man. So yeah, I think Kevin gave one of these away a couple weeks ago when we did War Stories with Jason, and somebody just mentioned that Steve Childs got to win one of those. That was pretty cool. Kevin picked Steve.
And this is
they make that no 1 point sling. I'm not sure what that question is. Sorry. Don Hugh Jr. guesses that you're drinking Jack and Coke. That was a guess.
Yes, but not yet. Maybe later.
Jerry Travis says, thank you, Sly Tactical, for hooking us up. Somebody just dropped in, Tim Berenz just dropped in the two-way sling link. If y'all are looking for that sling, Tim Berenz dropped that link right in there for you, so that'll make it easy for you. By the way, if you don't have an AR, you should buy the sling, and then that gives you a perfect reason why you should buy an AR. But also, you can use your slings. Doesn't have to be an AR, right? I mean,
Right.
If you wanted to, I think I saw Kevin when he was out here. He was using a sling on his Glock and a CZ. He had a sling for both of them. Crazy.
On my daughter's hunting rifle.
Hey, look at that! I can't even see that. What are you shooting? 308?
No, it's 7.08.
Oh yeah,
My daughter.
buddy.
Of course, she had to get a little custom pattern.
Hey, that's cool. A little camo action. Some snow camo looking cool. Very cool. Hey, did you guys all have some questions? Hey, Brandon Davis Adams just ordered his DB10 308 6.5 Creedmoor. Needs to get one of those slings. You absolutely do. You're going to save 20%. Use the promo code AGHSLY. Ben just got a new AR-10. Good pick, pal. Looks like you're going to need a sling to go with that as well. Mark wants to know, can he put one of these slings on a Mosin Nagant?
Yeah. Basically, you can put these slings on anything as long as they got an attachment on them.
Yes. See, Wanda, you great. You're listening. You're paying attention because, yes, buy a sling. That means then all you got to do is get the AR to go with it. It's a great reason. Can we can we talk about some of your stories? Or go ahead. I don't know if you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Sure, no, I was just going to do a quick demo because
Demo.
we get calls all the time. So, real quick, the weapon right now is attached in a 2-point fashion, point 1 to point 2, front and rear. Okay. Now, as you can see, when I go hands off, it's pretty secure, right? If I want to get it out of the way, I can work my hands or what have you. If I want to go muzzle down in an admin carry type, I'm good to go. If I need to quickly get this thing back up and running, it's great.
Show me, wait, real quick. Show them how the T-handle works right there.
Yeah. So here's the T-handle, and it's just a simple adjustment to give yourself some slack and then tension. That's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
No material. Pull either.
T-handle, man. Super easy to loosen and tighten. Man, everybody needs to you need to start selling your patent to other companies to need that. Not for slings, but for everything. I'm telling you, I can't even tell you how easy that is to tighten and loosen straps. It's incredible.
And then, so from a 2-point configuration, if you want to go to a single point, it's as simple as just flip it into the single point buckle here. Now, with a single point configuration, this was a lot easier to just be able to transition the gun and from shoulder to shoulder, maneuver it around a lot easier. Mag changes. You don't have any material running here in the 2-point plane. So now when you go to feed your magazine in, it's just clear. So that's your single point. But like I was talking about earlier, now I go hands off. I got this weapon banging on my knees, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather have it secure. Now in a 2-point configuration, just a straight 2-point without being a convertible sling, now you're always like that. But you can still work the weapon pretty much the same. It's going to take a little more getting used to, a little more training and whatnot. What else? Yeah, so that was it. You brought something up, Nate. I was going to touch on it, but I forgot what it was.
Your hat.
No, here. So the thumb tab right here. Keep doing that. So there it is. Now here's your loop. Now all I got to do is just snap it in. Really simple. I don't have to worry about my thumbs getting caught in there at all. So let's talk stories, Nate.
Can somebody has a question? Can they get one with a custom image of their own?
It's. I don't think it'd be worth the cost because that's going to take a special pattern, design, sublimation, and unless we're going to do a whole lot of like a full run of them, it's just going to be too much. We just can't do it for the same price because there's just too much involved. And I'd hate to jack the price up, much higher. I mean, if you really want to, give us your design and we'll chat about it.
How do they submit that design to you?
Just go to contact us on the Sly Tactical website and just attach it in the email.
All right. Hey, I also want to remind you, Sly Tactical, every 1,000 followers they get on Facebook, they're going to give away a free sling with the sling attachments. Is that right?
Oh, no, just a free sling.
Just a sling. So
Yep.
every 1,000 people. So all you got to do is go over there and follow the Facebook page, and you might be one of the lucky winners. And that's easy to do. Somebody asks if you're going to make a special edition alien gear pattern. We'll see. We're talking. We might not. We'll let you know.
Right. Yes.
Does the hardware come with the sling? John Taylor wants to know. That is not correct. That means you buy the sling and you buy the front and rear sling attachments. Correct? That's
correct.
Right.
Yep.
What else? I'm trying to find some of these other questions here. Sorry, man.
That's right.
Let's see. What else? Somebody actually had a funny comment and says they need to make T-handles for diapers. I can attest to that. I'm sorry I missed some of your questions. If you want to repost them, I'll be able to see it.
I
Yes,
got a things I'd like to cover because we get a lot of questions regarding a few things that just came to mind. So, with our convertible sling, we prefer to run it with a snap hook because the snap hook's just a lot easier to snap in and out of loop style attachments. Okay, whether or not it's back here at the single point buckle or up the front with the loop style front sling attachment. The QD is, it's got the little hole. If we were to run a QD for the single point, it's just the whole push the button, and while you're trying to set the stem of the QD into the receptacle, it's just kind of hard. So and we just found this to be a lot easier. However, nowadays on the end plate back here at the back of the rifle, we have our sling attachment here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is ours. But on the end plate, they do have a receptacle for QDs. So what we did was we allow for people, there you go, there's your QD right there. With the male end, all this does is just snap right into the existing female portion of the side release buckle on the sling. So you can order these for your sling, but you're still going to have the snap hook up front. What else was there? And if you already have an existing QD, like so, one of these, what you do is you can order an open lead, and then you just thread it through the glide, and there you go. And then you don't have to purchase one. But we do offer the Geisley. Geisley is awesome quality, and they're the only manufacturer that we choose to carry because of their quality. So just wanted to touch on that because we get a lot of questions about the QD attachments at the rear.
Question here: how long does the promo code good for the AGHSLY?
Right now, there is no deadline on that. It's good to go. We're going to keep that thing going.
That means you can use it if you're not looking for one right now. You can use that forever. For now.
Yeah, for now, yeah. Absolutely.
Until Kevin says no more.
We have no intention of removing that. That's solid. That's good.
Solid, brother. I'm trying to see if there's any more questions, but not that I want to get into too many stories, and I know this probably isn't it's probably not relevant. It's probably irrelevant, but there was a story that you were telling to Tim and I. I don't know. When we were talking about the baton. I don't know if that baton story was it the first time you used the baton.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had a couple.
I don't know. We want to tell.
Yeah, it's all good. So there was an incident where we had a few individuals getting a little rowdy, and after a nightclub shut down, and they were fighting with the cops, and one of my buddies was trying to subdue a dude, and it was hectic, big melee, whatever, and we were issued our straight sticks. One of the guys in my department made them out of Coca-Cola wood, and I think the other material was diamond wood, I believe. But anyways, first time I used my baton on somebody, I broke the stick. I got him in the meaty part of the outside of his shin, and all I heard was it break, and the front end of it hit the ground, and I was like, oh man. But anyways, that was one of our stories. And then I know
there's a bunch of stories. You don't have to get into all the stories, but what are some of the other stories that you might have learned something from?
Oh, a holster story. So we're talking holsters and whatnot, and various designs, and I shared with Nate that when I was driving, I like to lean to my right. No, it's not a gangster lean. It's just a nice, comfortable lean. Well, my elbow was in between the center console and me. And at the time, we had hoods that you push down with your thumb and rock it forward, and then you can retrieve your weapon. Well, unbeknownst to me, while I was cruising around, I guess my elbow leaned on it and pushed it forward. I got in a vehicle chase with some dudes. We went into an apartment complex, bailed out, Now I'm in a foot chase, and dude's trying to hit a fence, couldn't get over. I go to get my gun, and no gun. And I was like, oh wow. Um, so the distance was there. It's kind of funny because I just presented my hands like so, and I he thought I had a gun, and anyways, got him into custody. Walked back to the car. Sure enough, about 20 feet outside of the door was my weapon laying there. It's kind of a project type apartment complex, so we're lucky that somebody didn't come by and see my gun and retrieve it.
I remember you telling me that story, and the reason why we might have been talking about that is because Kevin was looking at one of our new holsters, but we can't talk about right now.
Yes.
And then we were looking at some of the things, and there was another story about one of your holsters too, right? Did it like was it you were it was pinching in there when you were driving or something like that? You couldn't actually. It was hard to get out because of the having to push down and get it out. I can't remember exactly. There were so many stories. It might have been really late at night when you were telling me this story.
Could have been.
Darkly.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's so many. They just happen to come to mind every now and then. But yeah, one thing about holsters, I know the Alien Gear takes a lot of pride in their holsters, and they make a really good quality product, and that's what you need. You definitely want to have a good quality holster. You want weapon security, and something that's not going to fall apart. Last thing you need is to bail out of a car or go to address a threat or something and have your holster fall apart or not work the way it's supposed to. So it's like a sling, got to have a quality sling because you don't want your stuff coming apart. That basically, sling's like a holster, and it's no different. Make sure you buy quality products and products that come with a lifetime warranty, like Alien Gear and Sly Tactical. If we didn't stand behind our products, we wouldn't offer that.
Right, and I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. By the way, you're getting so many comments on your shirt, dude.
Yeah, so this is the grunt style shirt. I got this for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anyways, a lot of people are talking about it.
Cool.
And Kevin, just really dumb questions. I'm not even going to repeat them. Thank you, Kevin. Got my Sly Tactical shirt in the PO this afternoon. Paul Beck. Got a Sly Tactical shirt. Right on, right on. Hey, there's Will Rhodes. Speaking of Second Amendment slangs. Who else? Kenny Ray Brock, Joe Zywicks, Bertram Buddy, Brett Barrett, Paul Beck, Ben, I'm sorry, I'm going to mess up your last name, Wolchsek, I'm going to say that. Will Rhodes, Tracy Howell, Kelly Weisenbaugh, Ben Gills, Chris Hart, Bill, what is this, Sharinghausen, Tommy Hicks, Wanda Fridley, Dave Bayless, Don Hugh Jr., Jerry Travis, Rashina Crank, Bobby Haynes, Dave still here, Wanda Fridley. Man, there's a lot of you here. Thank you all for being here. Certainly appreciate
thank you very much. Anybody,
what's that?
Give away a 2A sling.
You want to give away a 2A sling?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Okay. Let's see. Does anybody want a Second Amendment sling? Anyone here? Okay, can we show it to him real quick, the sling? There you go, right there. That's American as it gets, right there. The Second Amendment on your sling, Sly Tactical. You're going to get yours for your rifle. And if you don't have a rifle, this is the perfect reason, again, to go buy one. There was a little chat, by the way, going on here, Kev.
Yeah, buddy.
Ask you. We actually had this conversation when you were out here, and actually Jason was talking about it too. But people are asking AR-15, AR-10, and I think there's reasons for both. Most people are probably going to go with AR-15. Cheaper ammo. Number one, easier to move around, and probably
capacity, weight. Those are all factors that people don't tend to take into consideration as well.
Yeah. So, what do What do you prefer?
You know, I've got very little experience with an AR-10. I'm a 5.56 guy, so 223, 5.56.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I've I've seen those things reach out and hit steel. You know, I'm not a ballistics guy. I can't tell you, all that stuff. But they're effective, and that's why they're using them in the military.
Right. Absolutely. I think my personal opinion is have both.
Sure.
Moving on. Sly Tactical, what a great supporter of the shows. I may not be Sly, but I could use a sling. Sly Tactical, let's see. Would love to put that sling on my daughter's rifle for her. Tomorrow's her birthday. I have an AR ordered, so that will come in handy. Very, very cool sling. That sling is awesome. Been wanting a Sly Tactical sling for a while. 2A forever. Will of Sly Tactical sling. 15 first, then go 10 is what somebody's saying. Let's see. Both. Dave, right. Exactly. Depends on the use. Definitely. I would show off that Second Amendment sling everywhere. Hey, that's an awesome looking sling. My new AR-15 Smith & Wesson Sport 2 would look awesome with that sling. Sign me up, AGH and Sly Tactical would love that sling. I prefer an AR-51. Will Rhodes already has that sling and the AR-51. Would wear that sling every day. 5.56, baby, all day, both. Yes. What a well-engineered product. I have 5 ARs. Dude, nice. Bobby Haynes. AR-15. Nothing better than displaying the Second Amendment than while exercising the right. I know who you are, too. You already have one, too. Well, kind of. Your husband does. It's just pretty much yours, right? Nate prefers the AR-15 Chambered and 50 Beowulf. This is coming from somebody who obviously doesn't know anything about anything. I don't even know why you're still here, Ben. Second Amendment forever. Sling me up, AGH and Sly Tactical. Always need a nice sling. Sling would work great with my rifles. Would fit well on my 30-06. Old vet needs a sling. Get some. Building a veteran AR build right now. That would make the build. Sly guy. Would look great on an AR. God bless the Second Amendment. Here's where you can get yours after I win mine. Sling me up. Someone took my sling, but Kevin hooked me up. What? Nice. That sling would look awfully pretty at the 3-gun match. I have an old sling on my Marlin rifle. Anybody would love that one. American made, American quality. Sling, sling, sling. Let's see. Man, there's a lot going on here. So,
how many people we got following?
Right now we're at 88. Never won anything yet. This would be a great start. Will Nate read this without reading it first? I'm going to need it for my AR I buy. I don't know how you want to do this. Hey, I have 4 rifles, 1 shotgun, and 2 BB guns. Together, it would be great for our AR-15s, 1022 and 1522. I don't know how you want to go about doing this, Mr. McCarthy, but we're getting down there. We're going to have to close the show here soon. I think you should decide. Can you see the comments or anything?
Yeah, I can. We're going to do 2, and I'm going to leave whatever sling up to the individual when they place the order. They want a 2-point, that's fine, like for a hunting rifle or, a heavier type gun, or if you want a convertible, whatever you guys want, we're going to give away 2. So when you guys contact us, just let us know which one.
So wait, you're going to give away 2 slings?
2. I'm going to pick one and you're going to pick one.
Dude, come on, man.
Oh, man, let's do it.
I love this guy right here. I love it, man. Well, that's not the only reason why. He's kind of cool, dude. Give me a good reason to buy one, because you do not have one already. I'll tell you, I'll give you more than one good reason. We've given you a bunch of reasons on the show already, but number one, for the consumer market, it is the best sling that you can purchase right now. There are instruments on these slings that are unique to Sly Tactical, that are patented, that puts them, again, above and beyond the other slings, but also the materials they're using. there's just really not a competitor on the market. And so I don't know if that's enough. You asked for one, and probably could keep going, but I would say you could check it out for yourself if you want. I'm about to give away two. Maybe it would be you.
That's right.
All right, Kevin.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Let's do this. Lee Neff.
Lee Neff. You just won a sling from Sly Tactical. Congratulations. All you got to do is contact. You want to contact you, or how do you want to do that?
Yeah, have him reach out to us and on our contact us or messenger. Just reach out to us, Lee, and we'll hook up. Reach out to us. Yeah. All right, Nate, you're up.
Go. I'm going to give one away to somebody who is wearing a cowboy hat. If I see Brett Michaels in comments, I'm going to be picking you to win. Hey, I'm going to give it to Justin Watt. Wait, what? Can't do that. All right. The suspense is killing me. The Sly Tactical Sling speaks for themselves. Very cool. How do we want to do this? Hey, Riley, what do you think? How should we pick a winner? Anything fun and exciting, or do you want to do like the Wheel of Fate? Do you want to look at this comment? Do you want to have them challenge Kevin, and if he can't do something like a cartwheel, stand on his arms, on his hands for 2 minutes, something like that, they win, or what? I don't know, Kevin. I know you want me to pick it, but
have Riley pick it.
Yeah, Riley, do you want to pick it?
Riley was one of the top shooters a few weeks back.
Hey, man, he did pretty good. We were shooting yesterday, man. He did pretty well after he worked the rust out.
Oh yeah,
He got it back. He got it dialed back in. Had a little bit of fun.
We're just we're doing a little wheel back here. How about that?
You want to do the wheel? You want me to spin it? You want to spin it?
I'm just gonna. Well, let's have you do it.
You want me to? I'll spin it.
A winner all the time.
Okay, you tell me when to stop. I hope you've been in comments, folks. You should know this by now.
Let's give them some time to get those comments.
Okay, we'll give you some time to get some comments. Okay, we're going to close up the show here, but first we're going to give away a sling. But I want to tell you, Kevin, not only thank you for being here today, and thank you for supporting Alien Gear all the time and coming out here and really being an amazing help at our range days when Jason was out here. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin was spot on. He took serious amount of time to focus to help some people who there was a couple people who hadn't even shot guns before, or maybe not a couple, but maybe one, and then another one who hadn't shot a lot, and was dedicated, focused, polite, respectful, amazing, and so thank you for that. And then also I want to thank you for your service. Honestly, it is not an easy job. I know very little about it. I've done a ride along with one of my buddies, and I spent one night, and I knew in that night it's not for me, man. And the stuff that you go through day in and day out, and all of our law enforcement officers, and the things that you deal with, and the people you deal with, and you never know the situation, and it's just awesome, man. So thank you for that. Thank you for creating a kick butt sling, and thanks for giving away a couple today. I know we're going to see more of you. Thank you for supporting us all the time. It's time. I hope your comments got in there. I hope I got you enough time. But we would love to have you back again. And we're going to keep this rolling, brother. Hopefully we'll have you back up here again. We can go do a little campfire action once again, some steak, and doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah, it was a good time, Nate. Hey, a huge thanks to all you guys at Alien Gear and your family, the followers. All you guys, absolutely awesome. And we appreciate the support. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, brother. All right, here we go. Should we do this, Riley?
Yeah, before we get going, though, Ben Gillis, I did outshoot Nate.
You did?
No, I didn't. Okay, you rolling?
I'm rolling. Hey, Ben, don't listen to Riley. No, I will tell you this much, though. I watched you improve over 2 days. Riley and I were partners on the line, and we would load and then unload opposite of each other, and he did awesome, man. He's good, but he's a bow hunter too, so he knows how trigger squeeze works, even on a bow. It's important. So,
For those who, hey Nate, for those who don't know how well Riley shot, he was shooting an apple on the top of a stick at, what was it, 15 plus yards, 15, 20 yards? Yeah, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so good job, Riley.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
And not only is a great firearm shooter, he's a great video shooter too.
Yes.
He shoots great videos.
I'm just a shooter, man. What can I say?
He's just all around shooter,
All right,
unless it comes to basketball.
I'm a wrestler, man. I'm not supposed to play basketball.
Oh man! All right, I hope you got your comments in there, because here we go. A free sling from Sly Tactical coming to
Stop.
boom right there. If your name is Ed Wrist said, "Sling me, Kev." Ed Wrist. All you got to do is go to slytactical.com, hit contact us. Ed, congratulations. You just got yourself a sling from Sly Tactical. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
We
my
appreciate
pleasure.
you, brother. Thanks for being part of the family, bro.
Right on. Thanks for having me.
We're going to have to get an excuse for you to come back up here very soon, before
Sooner or later.
winter really gets full on. And if it does, then we'll just play in the snow. And then next spring we'll do more videos and cool stuff here in Idaho. And we're going to get you moved up here in the north area of the United States here real soon. All right, man. Thanks, bro. Good seeing you, pal.
Likewise.
All of you here with us today, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me that you all show up every single day. You are family. We're all family. And even though some people here like to give me a rough time, that's all right. I can take it for now. But I hope you all have a great weekend this weekend. And I'll see you back here on Monday for our raffle preview. We got more stuff going on. Don't forget to sign up for the double barrel revolver. We're giving it away next Thursday. I will see you soon. So please carry safe, carry in comfort, carry on.